So the day is finally here, or rather it was here yesterday. I'm going to open this letter that I wrote myself 10 years ago on March 2nd, which I guess it's probably March 2nd in the States now. So that's what I'm going to get to next here on Jinka Jabo. Before I do this, I wanted to say just a few things. First of all, I wanted to apologize for, in a previous video I talked about this letter, but I hadn't gotten to opening it yet. And one of my viewers pointed it out to me, said, I was waiting for you to open the letter. Well, the day is finally here. Trust me, it's been long for me. I've waited 10 years to do this. And I wrote this to myself in a hospital, actually. And so I guess today, at some point, I forget the exact time, but it marks 10 years, a full decade has passed since my near-death experience. So I'm going to read it first silently to myself, and we'll skip ahead, and then I'll read some parts on camera and talk about it a little bit. I'm not sure how long the letter is, maybe just a page or two, but here we go. March 2nd, 2008. I am writing this letter with the intent of sealing it up and putting it away for the next 10 years. I know it seems like a long time from now, but let it serve as a test of your patience as you wait for better things to come along. Early this morning, you woke up in a hospital. You tried to slip out. Your wrists were strapped to the rails, and you tried to slip out, but you were unable. And you tried using your teeth to rip them off without success and passed out again. I guess your friends brought you here this morning. You went to a party, evidently, lost your memory, was sitting in a basement with your last memory was sitting in a basement with your father, sharing what you were writing. Today, several medical staff told you that you were moments away from death, even with a look of surprise. But you pulled through somehow, and apart from being a little groggy, you feel great. So now you're sitting at so-and-so hospital looking at the dormitories across the parking lot, your mind and your body a little bit at ease, and you have a serious question to face. Will you choose life, or will you fall into the same cycle of addiction, despondency, and despair? Things have been difficult for you. You've had to learn almost everything firsthand. You didn't choose the family you were born to or the place you grew up in, or even your natural state of mind. You were a cantankerous, violent child and a self-destructive, out-of-place adolescent. And so far in your adulthood, you've been prone to addiction, irresponsibility, and isolation. But you have talents too. You're a gifted writer and a well-humored, socially responsible man with a conscience. As a rule, you've been much nicer to others than you've been to yourself, and that's kind of scary, especially considering the depth of your troubles now. I hope you're beginning to see how serious all of it is. You almost died. For what? To escape from your mind and all of its baggage, foolishly unaware of the fact that your thoughts are gold. They set you free from handcuffs in the past, just as they set you free from the straps in the hospital bed, and just as they will set you free between now and the time you read this again. I'm not sure what your future holds, but I know that it's better than this. Surprise yourself. Let today be a turning point, a wake-up call you need to take control of your life, and resist the annoying tenor from within that takes you to the ledge and tells you to jump. It's all behind you now. Smile when you're happy, scream when you're mad, and cry blue tears like the woman you sat next to for breakfast this morning, too sad to speak. See the world, fall madly in love again, and keep her close to you. Take time to sleep beneath the stars on warm nights. Attempt the impossible. Remember that you have been given yet another chance. You were detained in high school, lost in college, and this weekend you almost died. Somehow you survived. You lived through it. So how can you say that the world is unfair? You're very lucky, so relax. Get help if you need it, and stay faithful. Wait and hope, right? I know that when you read this again, you'll have a better grip on things. Maybe you will live somewhere exotic, an unknown locale. Maybe you will, as you often tell your friends, you will be in St. Louis writing. Maybe you'll be in exile somewhere, in Mexico or Canada or somewhere in Europe. Maybe you'll still be in Wisconsin under better conditions. That would be nice too. I hope you're still playing the flute and getting on stage with your poetry when you can. Read too, read everything, the classics through Vonnegut and Pynchon, but for fuck's sake, keep your head on straight. Don't listen to your siblings, they've plotted their own courses already, and you are the bright light. Don't be afraid of hubris that you cease, don't be don't be so afraid of hubris that you cease to believe in your abilities. Ask and continue to ask until you find the answer. Christian or not, let this still guide you. Whatever happens, remember that people out there need you to stay around. No matter how much pain you feel, it's never equivalent to the pain your early death would cause. If it means boredom, depression, loneliness, then cope. Reach out for help. When you started using, it led to do not return to the experience, but interpret the experience. You've been through enough so far. Figure it out. Stop trying to forget but learn to remember. Remember a real vivid detail. Remember these words you're writing as they're sealed away. It's all you can do, and it's all you're asked to do. WSV, watchful, sober, and vigilant. Life as we know it is short enough. But enough with platitudes. I have no more advice, nothing I could give you, because you're 33 going on 34, and I hope and I know life is a little easier, and you're happier than the resurrected young man in a hospital gown writing this now. Eau Claire never looked prettier than it did a few hours ago when you wheeled your IV into the dining area of the psych ward and watched the edifying sunrise. Smile, you are a success. Sincerely, Justin Otto. Wow. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Peace.